The new paradigm will be a paradigm of understanding the process of the universe, creation, evolution, and all what follows, versus the old paradigm, which is a belief system paradigm, which is ambiguous, no one can ascertain it, and you never can follow up exactly what humanity have experienced. So understanding will bring you and everybody else into experiencing the self as being information system. Information system interacting with one another to become what is, no matter what it is. Since the new paradigm will emphasize our lives in terms of feelings more than anything else. Forget what's going on in your head. What's going on in your head is within the realms of infinite possibilities. It's an abstract, a chaotic abstract in the fact until you think of it, where you try to make sense out of it. You are a thought, the camera is a thought. Interaction between bits of information, that's all it is. That's all it is, and by the time I said it, it's already gone. Change is the power of a creation itself. No change, no creation. No change, no exchange. Change. Change is the dynamo of the universe. Change is the spark of the synapses. Even photons have synapses, you know. That's how they jump from one photon to another in order to say, I'm going to be with that photon or I reject it. Creation is a continuum. The transition from the intangible universe into the tangible universe as we know it. All it comes down again to creation in action. As much as we talked about gravity, science and philosophy have not touched upon the power of change. Recreate yourself through mind training. You train your mind that you are in a state of recreation at every second. You are recreating right now, or creation in action itself. It depends how you want to look at it. Just like you ask yourself the question, what is the difference between time and timing? But what is the essence of all this? We need to understand the mechanism of the universe. Receiving information, sending information. And that is the symbiotic interaction in general terms of what's going on in the universe, our world, humanity, down to the photons. We're going to get to the focal point of the collective human mind to be able to function as one, to go into in order to understand duality. As we have to start from the basic tenets of nature, of the universe, the intangible and the tangible. Unless we give a credence to the intangible, then we do not understand the system. The tangible is something you can see, you can touch, you can smell, you can. Simply, you can acknowledge the fact that there is something there. But intangible, you can never see, you can only imagine. And that's the beauty of being able to imagine the intangible. Time is intangible, space is intangible, black matter and energy are intangible or in transition to become intangible. Infinite possibilities allow everything possible can be imagined and not the imagined. That's the beauty of understanding the power of duality in the realm of the total. Unity is the optimum balance of our understanding of totality. The is the combination of all. Your thought, the intangible, the tangible, the happening, and it's gone. Wow. Just like that. It comes and goes. Like meteor from vacuum to vacuum. Have you seen them in the skies sometimes? Flying stars. Manifestation of the intangible into something. What kind of God is this? Ah, that was the confirmation. What kind of God is? Your awareness is the confirmation of your experience. And that's consciousness. I don't need to think about consciousness. The whole universe is conscious, conscious of itself. God said, I am. God is not, cannot be divided. It's all total. As soon as you divide it, then you start with beginning and an end, good and bad, all the dualistic aspect of the universe. Universe, one verse, which is what? The verse of the computer. And that's what we have gotten into in the last 100 years. I was talking yesterday about hierarchy. I am becoming more and more convinced that there is a hierarchy on every level of consciousness, to the point where there is a possibility, and this is truly mind-boggling, there is a possibility that there are certain master photons that operate in our system or manage our system, govern our systems. So is in the universal sense. Is it possible that there is one photon, which possibly we can call the God particle, that emanates all the intelligence and consciousness of the universe, not only of humans? The Big Bang cannot be without the baby bang, let's face it. A mother and father cannot be there without being a baby first. This magic Garden of Eden that we thought we were expelled from, and we did not. We were not expelled from the Garden of Eden because we are still in it. That's where you have symbiotic interaction between bits of information to be what is. Sometimes I am in a pleasant shock when I realize my environment. Why premonition? Because I trust that the word itself is being able to neutralize the perception of a human. Reach that neutrality, cosmic neutrality, that even God participates in, although within the realms of infinite possibilities, And here we are. Essentially, to neutralize your mind, because you cannot make up anything of it. What's a premonition? The reason I say it, because we experience premonition. Therefore, the universe experiences premonition just before creation. I might have a premonition of something going to happen tomorrow, and if it happens tomorrow, that's quite premonition. In the new paradigm, with the new idea, we shall reach self-help independently. We'll have a shortcut from one paradigm to the next. The old paradigm, the new paradigm, and we will experience the extreme differences between the two. One has some major havocs in the coincidences that happen. In the future, we might even accept it without pain, because that's the nature of things. Creation and destruction. There is no escape. And by the way, both require the same amount of input, of energy. That's where the balance of the universe hangs in the balance. And that balance is basically a neutral continuum of the infinite possibilities. You cannot compete. Nobody can compete with infinite possibilities. Not even God. Do you know that? Some people ask the question, what does it mean? How could be infinity squared? If infinite is inclusive of everything in the universe, it doesn't make any sense to have infinity squared. Well, it does. If you consider the duality of the universe, you have to attribute one infinity to the other, and the other. One infinity is nothing, absolutely zero nothingness. The other infinity comes along with the actions, with the development, with the changes that take place on the physical realm. The Watson machine is not only important to me, it's important for the evolution of a humanity, where you can take a computer and plan it so it will glean all the statistics available in order to refine the outcome for the benefit of humanity. It's doing one thing: computation. Mathematics is the ultimate truth, not words. Words, every word we say or hear can be perceived in at least two different ways. Every duality ends up with the ability of infinite possibilities. Mathematics is specific. You cannot deviate. You cannot say 2 plus 2 is 3. Without mathematics, all the words in the world could not have help. And look what, if we stick to words alone, look what's happening. We all fight. What did you say? Don't blame me, I will blame you. If you don't believe me, I will not believe you. If you don't listen to me, I will kill you. You know? That is the big difference between numbers and letters. Without the internet, we would have had so many more crazy people and criminals. You think this is bad, what we have right now? Well, with the computer and the mass communications, we are much better off by the fact that it separates us but remotely connecting us. Computing information in such a fashion that it becomes the creative force of the next step, which is doing, creating, creation. We can direct the Watson machine to do general calculations as to the distribution of goods and services to humanity wherever they are. I'll give an example as to how giving is supportive of the total. The intention is to give, to change, and the benefit is multiple, more than the other way around. I found out that by everybody gives whatever they give, it's all mental anyway, it's all in the mind. The more they give, the better humanity is. The more you try to get, to take, the more you're going to use force. You are forcing others to dispose of their goods or lives. Telepathy will be the optimum state of a humanity. When we reach the quantum leap from a belief system to totally understanding the system, I trust then we will not need all these gadgets that is being diminished day by day to become smaller and smaller. You can look at it at the other side of the equation as well, that people will realize that domination is not to their benefit. Only through cooperation you can prosper with your thoughts, with your ideas. When I say I don't like to think is when I am posed with a question that I have to give an answer. You ask a cat something, would she answer you? But the fact that it comes through my mind and I intercept it and recognize the value of the information comes through my mind to create something new out of it. Yet the universe is based on both. The is for information system, which information system implies collectively as mathematics plus the words. And that's where we have, for instance, and I can show you here, in terms, again, of 0 and 1, the intangible, tangible. And the literal aspect of this is I-S. So this equals this. The University of Time will enhance the teaching of beingness, basically, and that will start from year 1, where the sponge is still ready to accumulate the learning that a child goes through. For the adults, they will practice the flowering of their imagination by being creative for the sake of beauty and joy. Beauty is a primary. Joy is the effect. And when you are balanced, you optimize your life throughout your life to the best possible. University of Time will teach higher education beginning from lower levels. But when you have initially treat the child in a way of the new paradigm, then, only then, you can transform society. With the computerization today, we can teach certain basic behavior that will contribute to the transition from the old paradigm to the new paradigm, from a belief system to understanding the system, to understand who we are. I trust that most of our mental problems is by the fact that we do not understand who we are. Only when you deal with our situation holistically, where we can start moving forward in the direction intended by the collective humanity. Ultimate democracy. The internet, computerization is getting us all, from all segments of lives, into one focal point where we say, okay, now we understand who we are, now we can work together, and statistics will be able to refine the distribution of goods and services in the world. And what we're doing today, the way we live today, has nothing to do with the past and has everything to do with the past, because we are product of the past and yet a wonderful raw material for the future. You know what the place I don't know? One general statement I do understand. I understand the fact that I don't know certain things. What I know are very limited. I know this is light, this is a camera, this is a table, this is a couch. But these are such minimum information of my environment that I am in touch with because it's the closest. But I am sure I'm in touch with farther and further elements of nature that I don't think about at this moment. I cannot think of everything all at the same time. What does that? Creation itself. Total creation can do that. And I am part of it. Therefore, I am the slave to the system. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, kids and elder people, join the new paradigm where you can experience euphoric existence like you have never ever experienced before.